It's inspiring to hear their insights on the rise of NFTs and how a tokenized version of digital or real-world assets are impacting how games are being developed today. So coming up next, we are very honored to have Mr. Kevin Leung, Head of Investments, HTC China, to share on the topic of the year of virtual becoming reality. Kevin is the Head of Investments for HTC China and the Director of 5X Accelerators in Shenzhen, Beijing, and Tel Aviv. 5X Accelerator is the world's most active investor in VR/AR, investing in over 100 companies over last years. He has 20 years of technology and entrepreneurial experiences in Hong Kong and China, ranging from .com, fintech, entertainment, investment food, new material, and hardware. He is an active speaker and communities builder in the VR/AR startup communities. In year 2020, the pandemic imposes existence threats to many companies, but also accelerates the adoption of virtual campus, virtual concert, and even virtual avatar market for at least 3 to 5 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Kevin.
Thank you very much for Cyberport for inviting me to this event. And myself, Kevin Leung, I think the host just introduced myself. Today I want to talk about VR, okay? The virtual world that really coming to reality in 2020. I work for HTC. Okay, Vive is a brand under HTC doing VR, and most people would think, okay, HTC is a hardware company. But definitely, HTC is way more than that. Okay, we have the Vive VR hardware. We have the Viveport doing a lot of different VR content. We have the XR Suite, which I'm going to talk about later. We have the Vive event. A lot of event has taken place in VR in 2020. We have ViveLand, Vive Studio, ViveX. ViveX is definitely is the department that I'm responsible for. We invest in more than 100 startups across 6 accelerator in Shenzhen, Beijing, Tel Aviv, which is under me, and also in Taipei, San Francisco, and also in London. Okay. We talk about XR Suite, right? It is a little bit abstract, right? We want to make VR or virtual a little bit like the office. Okay, so we provided a number of different software that enable people to work, to learn, and to entertain in VR. Okay, because I don't have lots of time today, so I'm going to skip it through. So 2020, all we know that is like lots of events were being canceled. Okay. Our life wasn't the life that we were in 2019. But actually, most of these events can happen online, okay? Because we have so many problems in 2020. We cannot travel, we cannot gather in a large group, industry cannot generate revenue. But what we can offer is that instead of organizing a concert in Zoom where every single performer is just a tiny thumbnail, we can do better, okay? So it is not the new normal. It's not the new normal. It is the next normal. What we say, okay, on the right-hand side of the screen, that's a concert happening in virtual world, in Fortnite, a video game, which 10 million attendees had attended this virtual concert. And the attendees saying that, okay, with event or concert like this, okay, online, who would want to join a physical concert in the future? So all of this, the concert, the TED, the CES, all this kind of event can actually be virtualized, can happen online. So these are the events that we have organized before online in 2020. Well, I'm going to talk about that later. So Oh. Can you play this? Okay, thank you. Fast forward a little bit. So starting from 2020, we start HTC ourselves, move all of our events online. And then look at this, it's like we can create all those kind of special effects that couldn't happen in real life. Okay, and then for the first VR we ended, we have more than 2,000 attendees in a single event. It's in VR, and then a lot of things that couldn't happen in real life can happen in VR. Okay, this is the virtual conference, virtual exhibition, a lot of things happening that day. So that is another event that happened in the VR world. Can I play this? Okay. So it's called Lava Virtual World. It's the biggest AR and VR event in Europe. We have more than 10,000 registrations and around 7,000 attendees. Look at this, okay? It is an event that nobody could have imagined without the pandemic. People can raise their hand, people can make online speech, and I think maybe the next Cyberport event can happen like this. So it's like the work campus, people actually work in those campuses. And what's more is that after the 2 days event, there's actually a after party that will show up later. Fast forward, is it? Yeah, look at this. It's like afterwards, we have like an after party, everyone dancing on the beach and then looking for our work. So internally, within HTC, we're not just using VR as an event, we're also using it as a work tools. We meet each others online. For example, myself, I'm supposed to be based in Shenzhen. I used to travel like 3 weeks out of 4 weeks a month. But right now, like a lot of other people, I got stuck. Okay, I got stuck in the city. But it doesn't stop me from meeting my colleagues. Okay, so that's what we do. Every single week, we have like this kind of VR conference. And we can show like new products, 3D models, and then show people, okay, how things work. Okay, I'll move next. And Cannes Film Festival, I know a lot of people have heard of this. Okay, it's one of the biggest film festivals in the world. So this year, they moved the whole ceremony, award ceremony in one of our products. It's called the Vive Museum. Look at this. It's like, they not only that people can meet and see all those artwork in VR, it's also enable a different dimension of how artwork can be perceived. You can actually get inside an artwork in 3D. That wasn't possible before without VR. So these are actually the movie in 3D that you can actually be inside the movie. Okay, and also another film festival called the Venice Film Festival is also happening in VR using a different software. And also it's like talk shows, concert, okay, happening here. Okay, so a lot of them performance. And this one, I really want to mention it. So what do you think this is? Let me play this. Okay, this is called the Virtual Market. Virtual Market is a Japanese company who organize virtual trading platform or virtual avatar trading platform in VR. So what they do is that they create a lot of avatar in one of our platforms called VR Chat, and then they recreate a virtual market called the Kowloon Empire. So that is how the Japanese think about Kowloon is. And then look at this, and there's so many avatars. So you go into the store, you can pay to buy the avatar, and then a lot of physical brands are using this platform as a promotion platform. So later you will see that there is actually a 7-Eleven, okay, replicated in the virtual world. So let's hear what they say, okay?
神谷さんお疲れ信長君いやーそれにしても
いらっしゃいませ。皆さん、城下町店へようこそ。
Yeah, look at this. This virtual platform. This virtual platform, the last one, was held in May. More than, I believe, is more than 200,000 visitors, okay, and made hundreds of millions of yens of revenue during the 10 days. And then the next will be coming up later this month. And this one, okay, also in VRChat, one of our platform, okay? So this is one of the most visited place in VRChat, which is a replica of Hong Kong on Tsim Sha Tsui. Actually, the top 5 VRChat location, 2 of them are in Hong Kong. Okay, so you can see that it's like a lot of kids are talking about different things. I recorded, I think, on a Monday morning, something like that. So there are different kids talking about different things because we are a lot of kids are coming up. So a very beautiful balcony. Oh, let me open it. Okay, a very good view of Hong Kong, right? So it's happening. It's all happening in VR right now. And what I've been talking about is all VR, right? No, actually it's like the platform that I mentioned are actually multi-platform support, right? So it doesn't really need to have a VR. You can have VR, you can have your phone, or you can have your PC, and it also works. But of course, the most immersive platform will be in VR. So the other thing that I noticed is that in VR, it is probably the only place that you can shake hands. And then with VR, using a controller, when you shake hands, you can actually feel that you're shaking hands. And say one of our platform, okay, they already have like more than 40 venues that are available. You don't have to redo everything. So it's like, it's off the shelf. You can actually you run events, you do meeting, it's all emitted. So it's very, very good for education, very, very good for doing events or meeting business-wise. Oh, okay. So you can upload your photo, and then through the AI, you can recreate yourself in VR. So you actually look like yourself in VR. It's not a random person. Yourself is in VR. And also with the motion capture, they can replicate your movement. And with very, very cost-effective green screen, you can, if you don't want avatar, you can just record yourself and then put yourself in a virtual performance. Everything just works. It's just easier than you can think of. So yes, we say we can do a lot with pre-recording, audio track, body tracking, anything is possible there. And also, VR is not that difficult. It's like you can actually just send a link, just like sending a link using Zoom, and then you open up, you are there in the conference. So VR or virtual conference is not that rocket science. It's just like doing a Zoom section. Send out a link in email, and then you click it, you are there at the events. So we have many event clients, Huawei, Yahoo, Audi, Tour de France. There are a lot adopting VR events right now, or VR conference. So yeah, it's definitely my last line, and it's just time's up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin, for the wonderful sharing.